Hey, what's going on guys, Derrik here. Today I'm going to do a guitar tutorial and reaction for the song Ghost by Justin Bieber. It's not really going to be a reaction for me. I've listened to this song one time because somebody showed it to me, and from what I've listened to so far from this album, I haven't listened to a lot of stuff yet. I think this song for me is my favorite song so far from the original album. I just did a video on the song Lifetime. That's a really good song too, and I've heard a few others, but not all of them. And so I think I'm going to do some more tutorials, more reactions. So let me know in the comment section below what other songs you guys think I should do from his new album. But anyways, yeah, I've listened to this one time. I haven't tried to figure it out on guitar yet, so I'm gonna try and do that today for you guys. Yeah, we'll see where it goes. So this is Ghost by Justin Bieber. So my guitar is in standard tuning and the song is in the key of D, so you could play key of D chord shapes. From what I've heard so far, what I would probably do to make this a little easier, because the very first chord in the key of D chord shapes is this barred B minor chord, which depending on your skill level may be easy or it may be difficult. But what you can do to make it a little easier is you can capo on the second fret, and instead of playing that B minor chord, you can play this A minor chord. Really what you're playing now are key of C chord shapes. So instead of the chord progression being B minor, G, D to A, in the key of C, capo second fret, it's A minor, F, C, and G. So it's tough to say so far. I think what I would probably do is I would capo on the second fret, just because those transitions will be a little easier for playing this. But to me, it almost sounds like the way that they recorded this guitar is possibly a half step or a full step down, playing key of E shapes, just because you can kind of hear some of the sliding going on. And with these, you know, that the key of D shapes and the key of C shapes, you don't really have to do any sliding. But if you're in the key of E, you can kind of do use those type of chords, which would create that sliding sound you hear. So I'm not quite sure how they recorded this yet, and I didn't see an acoustic video. But what I would probably do is capo second and play those C major shapes. So A minor, F major, C, and G. And then let's keep going here, because I think that was the verse, and I believe that this is the pre-chorus here. Okay, so one thing I forgot to mention too, for the strumming pattern for the verse, you know, you have like these really quick tempo, fast tempo drums going on. What I would probably do, I would honestly probably either pick it, or what I would do is just single strums. You know, you could try and do something to mimic that quick tempo. I just don't think that's gonna sound really good. I mean, you could do it. You could do just like quick 16th note down strums. Could do something like that. I probably wouldn't. I would just do single strums, but that's kind of the strumming pattern for the verse. And then for the pre-chorus, the chord progression changed, so it went from A minor to E minor to F, and it was very quick. It was like a, and then you went F, A minor, G, and they're all really quick single down strums there. And now I think you are into the oh, My screen just went black. Now you are into the chorus. Yeah, see, I feel like there's sliding in that. Yeah. What you could do if you played in the key of D, like I originally said, without any capo, you just have to do that B minor chord. What you could do that actually sounds pretty close. Yeah, so what you could do something like that. So what I'm doing is I'm playing like these intervals. I call them interval chords. So basically this is kind of like my B minor, and I'm strumming, or my fingers are on the 7th fret, on the 6th and the 3rd string, and I mute the 5th string, and I'm really only strumming the 6th, the 4th, and the 3rd. So that's kind of like your B minor. Then you go down to this G, and your fingers are going to stay on the same strings, but now you're on the 3rd fret of the 6th string and the 4th fret of the 3rd string. So that's kind of like your G. Then you go up tier to the 10th and 11th fret on the 6th and 4th string, 6th and 3rd string. And this is kind of your D chord. And then you go down to the 5th and 6th fret on the 5th fret on the 6th string, and 3rd string on the 6th fret for the, and that's kind of like your A. So all together you have something like this. So that sounds actually pretty close to me. So they might be playing this in the key of D chord shapes, but I still think that it's probably a guitar down a full step and playing those key of E major shapes. But I would personally probably, if I was gonna play this at a gig, I might play it like that, but I would probably still stick to these key of C shapes. And really, the chord progression for the chorus is the same as the verse. And the strumming pattern, from what I can tell, let's see. Yeah, so for the strumming pattern, what I would do is something like a down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down. So with chords, it sounds something like this. So something like that, and I'm kind of doing like these little embellishments on like the C major chord. I'm hammering onto the 4th string of the 3rd fret. And then even that F major chord, sometimes I'm playing the F sus, so where I'm just picking, or I'm pulling off my middle finger on the 3rd string of the 2nd fret. So sometimes I'm doing that too. But really that's, yeah, the same chord progression, and that's the strumming pattern for chorus. But you could play it in the key of D like I showed as well. See, I just think that if you played it like that in the verses, and then you did the strumming, you did it. So you'd have to play the B, the key of D shape, so you have to do that barred B minor. But I just think if you did that strumming in the chorus, but then you did something like that in the verses, it would just add a lot of contrast to the song, and that's probably how I would play it acoustically, actually, now that I'm listening to more of the song. I don't know, it's tough because this way is definitely easier. That way is definitely easier, and I would, it'd be fine if you just did the single strums in the verses and then did the strumming pattern in the chorus. I don't know, I really do like those interval chords too. I think those sound really good, especially with this song. I feel like they might be using that a little bit in this, but it's still tough to tell. Yeah, so you hear those slides in it. You can hear the guitar sliding right there. I don't know for sure still. It's always really hard to tell when you're just trying to listen to a song, how exactly they're playing it. Unless you have perfect pitch, which I don't. I have relative pitch. But I think based on that right there, my guess is that they did record this a full step down, playing those E major chord shapes towards the upper part of the neck. Just because, like I mentioned, you can kind of do the sliding bar chords with that, and it sounds like that's what they're doing. I don't know though, because like this right here, to me, that sounds pretty close too. So I don't know. It's one of those is really close. Either way you play it, whether you play it in the key of D with no capo and do those interval chords and the barred B minor, G, D to A, or you play capo second and you play the A minor, F, C to G, or if you play the E major and tune down a full step, whatever way you play it, it's gonna sound good. As long as you have the same relative accents and beats and you're strumming in the right places in terms of your timing and stuff like that, it's gonna sound good. So I wouldn't worry too much about, which way you're gonna play it. Do whatever is easiest for you. Just make sure that you practice with a metronome, get that timing down, and that's the most important thing with any acoustic guitar performance, in my opinion, for rhythm type playing and singing. I think this is the end of the song. Yeah, it is. So yeah, guys, I know I went over a lot there. There's a few different ways you can play it, and I think, like I mentioned, play it whatever is easiest for you. Just to kind of recap, the first one you can do is play key of D shapes. So the progression for the verse would be B minor, G, D to A. And that's also the progression for the chorus. If you wanted to play key of C shapes, which in my opinion are a little easier because you don't have any bar chords really, you would capo on the second fret and you would play A minor, F major, C to G. And then the strumming pattern for the verse, like I said, I would just probably do single strums. And then for the chorus, it was like a down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And then that real quick like pre-chorus part you had, you went A minor, E minor, F, A minor, G. And then you went into that chorus pattern, which is the strumming and the same progression as the verse. And then, like I mentioned, you could, I didn't get into it in this video, tune down a full step and play key of E major shapes. And that's what I would guess if I had to put money on it, what they're doing here, but still really tough to tell. So anyways, I hope that was helpful. Let me know if you guys have any questions in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to try and clear anything up or help you learn the song. So thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.